Hey guys, it's Amy, the resident white girl from the Xennials podcast, and I just wanted to take a minute to tell you about Anchor. It's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me tell you a little. It's free. There's all the creation tools you need to edit and record right from your phone or computer. And Anchor will do the dirty work for you and distribute everything for you. It's everything you need to make podcast in one location. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
Hello and welcome. This is episode 2 of the Xennials podcast. Back again here with Chris and Shay and Amy, and I'm Tora. And we are going to touch on some interesting subjects today. Got a few things to talk about, not too many, but should be an enjoyable show. How's everybody been doing?
Pretty good. Looking forward to keeping things tonight a little bit more cramped spaces.
Yeah. We're gonna do the short version tonight. We got the short version tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to need you to keep your hands, feet, elbows, toes, ears, and heads all inside the vehicle. Please do not attempt to exit while we are cruising down the highway.
Thank you, and enjoy the ride.
So with that being said, glad you guys returned. We've got some pretty good feedback on the last show. We appreciate it. And be sure you guys can go and like our Facebook page. Follow us on Instagram. Check out the Spotify and Apple for our podcast. And we'll be bringing out a lot more to you. So, the first subject, we just gonna go ahead and jump right in and address the elephant in the country. We're not gonna make this long, okay? Everybody's doing it. Everybody's talking about it.
It ain't even worth it.
Yeah, we've all agreed collectively as a group we're not really that political. We're not into politics.
We do watch. We do pay attention. We are up to date with what's going on. We just don't want to touch on the subject. Basically.
Right.
There ain't no sense in beating a dead horse.
Yeah, well,
That's not supposed to beating itself.
it's gonna be a little beat on my end. Didn't know shit show was gonna follow us into 2021. It's like December right now. 2020. We ain't made it past 2020 yet, but it was an extension of the shit show, and
We didn't even make it a full week into 21.
Yeah.
Okay, so 21's debut was essentially that kid who was finally legal to go to the bar and said, it's not going to happen to me. Got 3 blocks from the bar, still had another 7 blocks before he got home. And it was like, whoop, whoop. He got caught drinking while driving. He got caught with a crap ton of guns that he wasn't supposed to have. He got caught with a crap ton of drugs. And he just got his little happy butt hauled off. That's what happened to 2021. Let's go ahead and count him out. We're going to hope 2022.
Yeah, I feel like got to go.
Sorry, y'all.
Good, and we said, hey, 2020, you did us bad, but 21 is gonna do us better. And 21 was like, hold my Everclear, I got you. They came for us. So hopefully we can get past this. Hopefully starting February, maybe we can do something better. But we have again collectively decided to not discuss this situation at this time. We may circle back around to it, but all of us are pretty much good on not discussing it. So with that, our show is going to be about analog parents raising digital children. Now, most of us with kids of age now were born in the 80s, late 70s, maybe the early 90s, maybe, but we are the analog parents, and I saw TikTok the other day where a guy goes to pick up some wine, and he was like, "Oh, do you need to see my ID? Should I take it out?" And they were like, no, I can see the one in your birthday. And he was like, the one? He's like, yeah, the one at the beginning of the year you were born in. I was so
The dude was better than me because I straight would have just ripped that little clerk through the window and been like, excuse the fuck out of me. Like,
I felt so attacked. I was like, bitch, wait a minute.
I'm getting ID with my 19-year-old on side of me. So I'm sorry, I'm not understanding this. I get ID with 3D on side of me.
No,
and she don't even wait, but when she by her cigars, she don't even get carded. Nigga, I am here.
But it's not necessarily about being ID'd. It's about the fact that they know your age. You're of legal age because you were born 19 something instead of everybody is. If you were born in 2020 or 2000, then they're like, oh, wait, we gotta check your.
Because my daughter born in 2001, and she still can buy the shit without that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm confused though, because I get carded though.
I'm not confused. Be happy.
I am happy, baby. I look like I'm her sister. Her motherfucking mama.
You don't like exactly. You gonna want it in 10 years. So
I have no qualms with the one before, my birth year.
But now these little pukes are out here attacking us.
Listen.
Yeah, I heard somebody, I can't remember who it was. It was probably on social media somewhere. Someone was like, okay millennial or something, they said to the effect of okay boomer, and it's like, wait a minute, bitch.
Excuse me?
Wait a second.
You said what? You said what?
And I was like, wait a minute. What?
Right.
It's weird. I think it's kind of a little off because we're now the old folks. We the parents.
Dude, I went out on a date. We left at 7:30. I was home by 9:15.
And you felt some type of way, like I should be in somebody's school. I should be pre-gaming somewhere.
Like my daughter's all like, "You're gonna come home at 11. You're gonna miss your podcast." Da, 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 da. I'm like, Brittany, I'm old. I'm gonna be home by 9:30 at the latest.
I'll tell y'all this. I had a previous boyfriend who was 10 years younger than me. Y'all might have known him, heard of him. Anyway, we went out and he got pissed off at me so bad one that night because we went out and I fell asleep. And he was like, I was like, listen, I know you still in your early 20s, but I was tired. It was a rough day at work, okay?
Right?
I took a couple of delays and I'm tired. And he was just like, I know you didn't just fall asleep in the middle of fucking Red Lobster. Yes, bitch, get my chicken biscuit so we can go.
Well, okay, look, we're gonna blame him because he took you to Red Lobster.
Right.
He took you to Red Lobster. Like, that's on him.
That
place has no atmosphere.
none.
I was like, look, bitch died.
The place is
You
already
stayed awake
dark.
had you gone to McDonald's. There's always something going on at McDonald's.
The place is dark. Yeah,
It was dark,
they
right?
probably put you in a corner
I play
somewhere.
sports.
They put you in a corner somewhere about 10 minutes into
You know, it was warm and stuff.
cozy little booth or whatever. 5 minutes
Nice
into it,
little
just
booth. I just ate. Brother was hungry at the time. I was like, yo, hello, laying sleep.
out of there.
But yeah. Note to self, don't date nobody 10 years younger unless you're ready for that shit. Anyway, what is an analog parent?
That's us.
We were the
that's
TV remote.
That's me. An analog parent, because baby, kids are so distant from us. It don't make no sense. We didn't have what they have. We talked on the house phone, and when Mama said it was time to get off, you got off. You ain't had no choice but to can't get back on because that motherfucker in her room, like in her room, the line go all the way to her motherfucking room. Now it's like, okay, I said go to bed, and I can be here knocking the fuck out. You and I having the whole time on your laptop, on your phone, on your like. It's a million things they can do nowadays. So like
everything for them is now point and click, where for us it was
get your ass outside.
Go change the channel.
Get up and go.
I
We
said,
were the point and
look,
click.
right, we ain't have no remote.
We
was the remote.
Wait. I'm a wire hanger and aluminum foil. What am I?
I am the
Antenna.
antenna. I am the fucking antenna.
Antenna, and you got to stand there with that to make sure you can get the channel in just right. Yeah,
Right.
so
You want to watch whatever's on TV.
Right.
Because the minute you move in front of the TV, you just lost all
It's gone.
There's everything. There's everything gone.
It's gone, y'all.
All
Oh
of
my
it gone.
God. Yeah, that's us nowadays. We are those parents.
On top of that, I do the latchkey kids type of, where we came home. By the time we came home, there was probably no parents here at that time. They wasn't gonna be home for a couple of more hours, so you gotta fend for yourself. You gotta know how to cook. I was cooking at 9. You know what I'm talking about? I know how to work the stove by the time I was 10. You know what I'm saying? It was growing up. We had to do a lot for ourselves. Not saying our parents did not raise us, just saying that we had to do it ourselves.
We were more of an independent group. We were kind of left to our own devices.
Yeah.
Not
Well,
vices,
but to do everything on my own. Yeah, it's either it's either okay. I don't know about everybody else, but it's either you got a parent that was at work all day, every day because it's just them, and they had to provide for you and a couple more motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Your brothers and sisters. You know what I'm saying? Or you had a mama who was at home all the time, but you was trying to get the hell out the house because she got on your motherfucking nerve. And you trying to run away from shit. Like it was either or. You got into everything to make sure you stayed away from the house, or she was gone, so you just stayed in the fucking house. Either way, away from the parents. Nowadays, they don't mind being in the house with us because they got their own shit. They ain't got to say 2 words to us all day, but I'm hungry. I'm hungry.
That's the famous. That's the famous 2 words. I'm
hungry.
I'm hungry. Is all I hear. I grew up on 3 words: peanut butter and jelly.
I grew up on fix it your damn self.
That too.
I got don't answer the door, don't answer the phone.
Exactly.
Right.
And don't call me because I ain't trying to hear that shit. I'm at work.
Right. Like, don't call me unless somebody's dying.
I can remember.
I think I've said that to my boys a couple of times.
I can remember living out in the boonies, and I was sick. My mom had to go to work. My stepdad had to go to work. My little brother still had to go to school. So it was, you know how to dial 911, right? Yep. You know not to dial it unless you're just this side of dying, right? Yep. All right. Your meds are laid out on the counter for you. It tells you exactly what time to take it. There's some chicken noodle soup in the cabinet. Throw it in the microwave. Don't burn yourself. I'll see you when I get home. Okay. Pack up the rest of my lung.
Keep it moving.
For me, we had like Shay was saying, you was either at the house by yourself or you was outside the house trying not to be at the house. We had the opportunity and the choice. We had a choice at this time where we could be outside the house, but we was at the Boys and Girls Club. I don't know if they still do that anymore. I don't really see kids at the Boys and Girls Club no more. But baby, I hung out at the Boys and Girls Club like sun up to sundown. Like that was
They
my
do still do it, but now now, when we was coming up, it was free. You can go in that motherfucker and play ball, kick it with no problem. The whole day is open until that motherfucker closed down. You off in there. But now, they parents have to pay. And when they parents have to pay for them to be off in there, them kids don't be in there. That's why a lot of kids are in trouble now, because they don't get a chance to go off in there no more because they parents have to pay. It was free. Now it's high in the motherfucker to go to the Boys and Girls Club. They asking for $110, $120 a week for shit.
We pay $5 a year.
I'm saying it ain't like that no more. The kids don't got that opportunity. We gotta pay now. Us as parents that got these kids now in that age group, we have to freaking pay for them to be off in the Boys and Girls Club. For them to go to the little activities that they have going on. I just went through this. My son just made 15. Thank you, Jesus. He finna be 16. Now I ain't gotta worry about this bullshit. Ooh, I like that behind you. So go ahead, girl. I like that. I like that. Hey, I like that. But yeah, we have to pay for this now. So it's different from when we was coming up and they gave us a lot of free shit. You know what I'm saying? Well, your mama was on food stamps, so your mama went to work every day. You still could go to the Boys and Girls Club and nobody knew. You know what I'm saying? Now, everybody gonna know. If your mama can't pay for you to be there, that means you on food stamps, so you on some government assistance. So stay your ass at home, because our mama paid $120, $130 a week. I promise you, I have been there and did this with the kids.
That is a damn thing. Because I know the Boys and Girls Club back at home, they did a lot of stuff. Like, there's a lot of different experiences I would not have had if it wasn't for them. For $5 a year, that was amazing.
Man, I went on summer camp. I went to Kids Across America. I went to a lot of things back in the day because of these programs. You know what I'm saying? And now they don't have them like that no more. True enough, we do need to get that back for our kids too, because it's a lot of stuff out there that a lot of kids would never experience, that live in the hood, that mama and daddy can't afford for them to go nowhere. And honestly, those camps are what that's for. I went to camps every year when I was a kid and went all kind of places. Don't get me wrong, my little scary ass couldn't, do everything because I was scary, but I had the opportunity to go. Now they don't even have the opportunity. Now and kids are stuck in the hood, and that's how they get in trouble a lot, because they stuck. They stuck in the hood and they can't go nowhere.
Like you say, I had the benefit of going to different camps or whatever through the Park District back home in Chicago. Actually, I lived down the street from the Park District, and I wound up Park Field House. I wound up working for them years later, and they took us everywhere. Summer camp every year.
Well, we did races, wash cars, and
everything.
Kind of and went all kind of places. They took Six Flags, Wet n Wild. Like, I done went to all them places, not because my family took me, but because organizations like that. And we had opportunities to learn different stuff. I learned how to do a whole bunch of stuff just by being a part of those.
Do you think they kind of like somewhere along the line between us growing up and now they like kind of gave up on the generation, and now the kids?
I think our generation really gave up on the next generation, because every generation has to teach the next. You know what I'm saying? So it's on us, for the ones that's failing us right now in their 20s, mid-20s, early 20s. It was for us to teach them. You know what I'm saying? The ones that you have a hold to, that you can reach out to, it was for us to help raise them. True enough, like they say, it takes a village to raise these kids. It takes a freaking village to raise them. I can't even tell you I can raise my kids by myself. I have never raised them by myself. No matter how much I can say, I've been taking care of them, I did this, but it's been a couple of people that's been a part of my life that have grasped on and helped my kids along the way too. It was not just me.
So my answer to that would be, I actually agree with Shay, and I had this conversation I don't know, maybe a year ago, maybe two, with my brother and my cousin. And the exact dialogue was that our generation didn't reach back like the generation before ours. We were
self-absorbed.
nah, not well.
Well,
In some cases, yes, but in
had a
some
lot
cases,
going on.
yeah, we had a lot. We had a lot going on because remember, if you were growing up in the '90s, you were just trying to live. To be honest, I mean, especially coming from where I'm from, you were trying to live. You were trying to make sure that you got out of the neighborhood, and unfortunately for a lot of us, growing up where I grew up at, we didn't reach back because we were trying to make sure we were still alive. 5, 6, 7 years from now, to actually be here. Yeah, I totally agree with Shay. Like that's one of those things. That's the conversation I've had over and over with people. Is I feel like we didn't reach back enough to bring those guys behind us with us the same way the generation before that. Because growing up at the field house at the park, I was there every day, every day. It was free. Get out of school, come home from school. First couple of years of school, maybe grade 5. Definitely a latchkey kid, but after grade 5, mom was like, "Hey, park down the street. Go get involved with something. You're getting bigger, you're getting older," and started learning how to, grow and be the person that I am today. But it was so many people there that taught me so many different things. So much going on there, and it was a whole different experience than my mom would have been able to give me and my brother just by herself. But we just didn't reach back. Is all I keep saying. Anytime I have this conversation, we didn't reach back enough. So the generation behind us, unfortunately, didn't get the same growing up that we did. And now we're in a situation where somebody figured out, hey, we can monetize this and get paid off of this, and parents will pay good money to send their kids X, Y, and Z. And it's just like, wow. I remember when it was like $5 a year, or $20 a year, or $75 for a year to get into a whole program. And now
that's how much it was going to cost to travel there for me, because growing up for me, I lived way out in East Nowhere. Out in, legit the boonies. So for me, it was go have fun with the neighborhood kids, which is all great until you realize that you're the only girl in the neighborhood.
That had to suck.
The only other girl had 9 years on you and wasn't interested in the things you were, which is probably why I'm not as girly as most people would think. And I tend to be a lot more hands-on. I like doing mechanics. I like doing maintenance stuff. I like building things. I like tearing things apart.
Well, you're not by yourself, because your sister Shay over here, I like doing all that stuff too. I did refurbishing houses and apartments for 5, 6 years before I came to the airport to work in shit show. But I worked in Lay's house and redid the walls and tape embedded and all kind of crazy stuff for a while. So I'm with you on that, girl. I like to destroy things too. So I'm kind of like half woman, half niggers for some shit. I'm sorry, I can't do I ain't working with no crazy stuff, but I do some taping the bed and digging up shit. Ooh, Amy, y'all cool.
Okay, so we know what an analog parent is. I guess we pretty much touched on what a digital kid is. Somebody steady looking down at their phone, looking in their lap, or somebody who doesn't really know everything else about other worldly things. For example, when you were young, and they say, "Hey, I need you to go find out about Alexander Hamilton." there was no Google to go to. We went to
Encyclopedia Britannica.
Encyclopedia Britannica.
You had to find the most recent year.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. The most recent year of Encyclopedia Britannica. Yes.
You had to hope the salesman came to your house that year. And you had to hope that your parents were willing to pay the $179 for the 32 books that were about to take up space in your house.
I know I called myself not too long ago, before the pandemic. I went to the library and I was like, yo, whoever can go to a card catalog and find me a book, I got $5 for you, baby. I kept my money.
Well, it doesn't help either that today's library doesn't even have a real card catalog.
The one we went to the one downtown in downtown Fort Worth. They had a card catalog, so I was like, okay, boom. And I set them, but no clue. And it's kind of crazy that our digital kids, for lack of better words, they don't know how to get it out the mud. They don't. And you want to ask, is it on you that they don't know how to do this, or is it just the way the world evolved and we just adapted to it? Because that we can do both. We adapted. They didn't.
I made sure that Brittany was hands-on. I was all for we can look it up online, but let's go get a book. Let me teach you how to cite your resources for what you're doing.
Damn it, we don't need no plagiarism cases over here.
No, we've got entire systems now that you can write your paper, run it through a system, and now all your schools and colleges have it so that they run your paper, and if more than 10 words in any one paragraph are the same, it's considered plagiarized.
That's
But I think a lot of that too is because everything these kids read and everything else it's all digital. There's no truly going out and researching it and finding out. So there is no true independent thought.
Agreed. And it's
they always believe what's online for some reason nowadays anyway. It don't matter what it is. They come to you and say, oh, do you know who said what? Do you know that it's not true? No, they said it don't. No. So how about, I'm sorry, but they believe everything that goes on online right now, digital-wise. You can't tell a kid shit because it was told to them online. Shut the fuck up. It's not true. Go to history class.
So is this considered a challenge of raising a kid in a digital world?
Yes.
As always.
Yes.
What other challenges raising kids in digital world?
Well, in my home, like for us, the cell phones are the only means of communication that we have with each other. Like there is no home phone.
Right. I don't know people who do, unless you got a dude unlocked, and he got to call you on the house phone and call him on the cell phone.
Now, believe it or not, with my cable and internet package, I do have an actual landline, so to speak. I mean, it runs through my router. It's not a real landline. It is still a streaming. It is still essentially a digital phone service, but I can hook up a legit phone, have a landline. You can call my home.
So
we don't use it.
Oh, so your daughter don't know?
Oh, yes, she does.
She knows that she got to dial, or even better, the rotary. She knows she got to turn and let it turn.
She knows how to do it.
I was hoping somebody brought up the rotary phone, man. The rotary phone was awesome.
I did that little rotary challenge on your kids. Have y'all seen that? That was I guess that was a couple of years back, where you get a rotary phone and you like sit in front of them and say, "Show me how to use this." baby. I wish I could have recorded it. That was the funniest shit. Y'all serious? It was like, why I keep turning back?
No,
You gotta pick up the phone first. You gotta pick up the piece to you gotta put it to your ear first. You doing this? Can't nobody. How you gonna hear this? How they gonna hear these?
No, I made sure.
It was funny.
Brittany has been analoged, whereas we've become digitized. Brittany has been analoged. Like, honest to God, up until we moved here, this child still had a VCR in her room and was upset when certain VHS tapes would not work.
My kids were only hip to the DVD players. There was nothing before or after that. They only knew the DVD player. They didn't have VCR. We ain't got Blu-ray. Now we just stream like everybody else. Yeah.
I mean, Brittany knows how to use a DVD player. She knows how to use a VCR. Believe it or not, the child knows how to use a cassette.
I had to show mine, but and let me tell you, what got my kids interested in a cassette tape and player. Yes. 13 Reasons Why.
Really?
That's where they seen and they was like, oh, do you know how to do this? You understand listening to Midnight Love or whatnot and having to press record at the right time just to get the song and then having to hurry and stop just so you can get commercials inside of your mixtape, your slow jams, mixtape,
Yes.
write the label on it, right on the tape.
Right, I was about to say you had to put the piece on the tape to make sure that you can tape over the tape. Yeah, they don't.
I don't know.
Call the DJ up, be like, "Hey, can you play this song?" And then he'd be like, "Yeah, it'll be the next one up." And you're like, "Crap, I don't really know where I'm at on this because I can't tell what's playing on my radio because I was talking to him and I don't know what the delay is." And then you're like, okay, you get ready, and then you sneeze, and now you've missed the intro, and you've got to wait another 2.5 hours before your song comes across the air again.
Or I remember calling in and be like, oh yeah, I want to request this song. Yeah, I want to send this song out to my little baby, blah, 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 blah. And then I'm sitting up here waiting to hear my own self on the radio. It's coming. Call him up, hey, listen to the radio. And he like, am I listening to the, hold on, give me. Yeah, they don't know the struggle.
Nah.
My kids don't
I never got through the line, you guys, so I'm in my feelings right now. I never got through the line to the video.
I never called.
Never got through.
I never called. I just recorded it off the radio.
I tried
the tape,
but
just like, here it is.
Look, I just did this. I called you when my song came on so I could sing it for you because, I had the voice,
But somewhere at the Kiss FM studios in Dallas, there is a stack of 12 CDs that have my name on them.
Oh.
Okay, from 1997.
Did you make a donation?
Wait, that was my 1997. I think I was like in the 8th grade, 9th grade, 8th grade, 8th grade, or 8th grade, 9th grade. Run the motherfuckers. Okay, you old, I don't care. Y'all old, I don't give a damn. You motherfuckers is old, I don't care. But I was like in the 8th grade. I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about. That shit
was a sophomore in high school.
Oh, you had me by 2 years. Wow.
I'm not gonna tell you where I was.
Because for me, it was late 97, so I was just getting ready to go into my junior year.
Oh.
No, I was going to my freshman year. What did you saying?
Wow.
What did you saying?
You was still just a baby.
You ain't number 2-3 years older than me. How am I a baby?
Oh.
I probably got more experience than you, baby.
Can we double back to Ames? Why are there CDs?
Because I called in and I knew
12.
that 5 at 5.
12 CDs.
Okay.
She said,
I knew the top 5 at 5, and that's what was being given away that night was 12 CDs. And I wanted them.
Go get them.
Why didn't you
She
get 'em?
Because my nana wasn't about to drive me into downtown Dallas so I could go get some fucking CDs.
and they weren't going to send them to you? Like,
No.
wow. Alrighty then. Okay.
Because technically I wasn't old enough to.
really?
So you was one of them ones on
Really? Right.
yeah. Okay. I got you. All right, moving on. Moving forward.
Moving
Here's my
forward.
next question. As far as the challenges for raising the kids right now, do you believe at this point in time, at this very moment, could your child make it if y'all had to go off grid?
Hell no.
She'd go nuts, but she could do it.
I'm sorry. I ain't gonna lie.
You
I'm
send your
sorry.
kid out to the forest. Listen, I need you to go out here because it's about to go down. Can they make it without you off grid?
No. Fuck no. I'm gonna
Yes.
say it first, y'all. Let me say it first, y'all. Fuck no. My kids will sit in their room until I get up and feed them every day. I swear to God. I'm so
Because this
sick of that
redneck
shit.
white girl
Say, y'all.
taught her daughter.
No, I taught my kids too. But that don't mean shit. They still waiting on a nigga to do that shit for them. I'm sorry. They will not make it. They will be sitting there talking about mommy is going to find us in a minute. We will not freeze to death. Motherfucker, you better light that fire. That's what you better do. You better kill something and eat. That's what you better do. But guess what they gonna do? They gonna sit there and wait on their mama because they spoiled. I'm sorry. These kids is crazy. Yes, I can say yours probably will. And guess what y'all always doing? In the woods and doing shit like that. That's what she used to. That's what she raised with. That's what the fuck she knows. She gonna survive. Yes. I spoil ass internet ass. Can I get McDonald's with chicken nuggets and a milkshake and fries as kids? I ain't gonna make it in a motherfucking
You damn
woods.
sure can have some banquet chicken nuggets.
Right. Right. I am.
You better kill it. You better cut that bitch up. And kill it. Look, you better cut it up and go and kill it to make the chicken nuggets. Because motherfucker, that's the only way you gonna get them. Guess what my kids gonna say? Yeah, that's nasty. Who finna do that? Yeah, that's why they ass gonna starve in the woods. I'm sorry. They will starve. They will die.
I have 5. Okay, one of them is 2, so we gonna take him completely out the equation. The other
Right.
one,
Yeah, he have to.
I think my oldest boy, my oldest boy, he'll be the one to make sure everybody live. My girl, she gonna fall in behind him. He gonna be the leader though, but she gonna fall in behind him. The other 2, the only way they make it is because of them 2. The only way.
Sounds about right. You got one or two. See, you got enough of them. You got half and half, right? Because that little one don't count right now. So you got half and half. You got 2 for sure gonna make it. You got 2 might make it because of the oldest 2.
Yeah.
And they might not make it because they might be hard headed and don't want to do what the oldest 2 say. You got a whole, and you still might get 2 kids, all 3. You might get 3 because you might get 2 and the little bitty one. They might make it. You know what I'm saying? They gonna make sure the little one alright. But I'm sorry, mine's both gonna just die out. They gonna die. I'm sorry.
I think out of my 5, I got 3. And like you said, it's gonna be 2 and little baby because they gonna take him. But the other 2,
right?
They might give off a little resilience. They might put up a little fight. They'll do it reluctantly.
Right.
In other words, if we ever hit the point of the Hunger Games, make sure my kid's not on y'all's kids' team.
No, I want your kid on my kids' team. My kids ain't gonna make it, nigga. I need your kids to help my kids make it. What the hell you talking about?
It would be in all of our best interest if our kids was on the same team.
You know what I'm saying? Look, y'all be like, well, we know you loyal because your mama, at least she loyal. Y'all might not know how to do shit else, but at least I know y'all ain't going nowhere. Them my kids, y'all. Y'all know they loyal. They ain't going nowhere. But them motherfuckers Can't do shit. Them motherfuckers can't start a fire like a match or nothing.
That's what I'm saying. It's probably best if y'all's kids ain't on my kid's team, cause she gonna get one.
Nah,
I'm gonna carry your fucking weight.
Nah, she gonna make them stronger, cause they gonna be like, oh, she got us fucked up. We got this shit. No, cause if they, I'm sorry, my kids got problems with they pride and shit. I'm sorry, baby. They got pride problems. They gonna be like, oh hell no. If her ass can do this shit, watch. We can do this shit too. Got us fucked up. Come on, girl. We got this. Come on. Now they're a team type shit. But no, it's gonna take some motivation to motivate a motherfucker. You hear me? And mine gonna need the motivation because they don't know shit about that shit.
The boys gonna make it in off grid.
One.
The other two is.
Which one you got? The youngest, the oldest, or the middle?
That'd be the oldest. The youngest one, he ain't gonna make it.
Yeah,
He ain't gonna make it.
He ain't close.
That middle one, he just hard headed. He gonna be falling off the damn cliff by himself. Just
oh man,
hard headed.
Oh, not that one. Oh no.
Yeah. That youngest one though. Nope. Not even gonna make it past the first round. Because first off, he ain't moving. You know what? I'm good.
He gonna stay right there on the platform.
I'm good. I'm not going nowhere.
He a little antisocial, you know. He ain't fixing to do that with y'all.
He ain't about to do none of that. He ain't not gonna be your friend. Not gonna talk to you. Not even Nope. Just I'm good. I'm straight. Yeah. So I got one that'll make it. The other two, Yep, we're gonna be singing. This is from.
I'm sorry.
Pouring out a little liquor for him and keep it moving.
I'm the only one that don't got no faith to make children like that, baby. I'm both mine just gone. Ain't gonna make it. I'm be like, baby.
This question: do y'all think that our kids' generation has become extremely, or are they too sensitive? Are they soft? Are they need some hardening and toughening up?
They spoil because we spoiling them because of the things we went through as kids that we didn't want them to go through. So now we done made it where they got this whole silver spoon in their mouth and they really don't have no fucking silver spoon, but they feel like they do. We have to take that spoon out their goddamn mouth because they are spoiled and they feel like they are entitled. And they fucking not. They have not worked for shit. They ain't did a bitch ass thing for a motherfucking thing. Like nothing.
I don't.
They don't even want to take the trash out half the time.
I don't even think that ours are so much as sensitive as the generation between our kids and us. There's that middle generation.
I can agree with that.
Those are our sensitive snowflakes. Those are the ones that need a safe space because Johnny called me stupid and I don't know how to handle that. And I'm going to need those people to go back to kindergarten and learn that sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. More importantly, I'm rubber, you're glue. Whatever you say, it bounces off me and sticks to you. Like...
You didn't learn that nursery rhyme. We did, but they did. To answer your question, Tori, if I had to think about it, I'm gonna go with the whole. Yeah, I think we spoiled our kids, or we treated our kids not spoiled, so to speak, but we treated our kids differently than we were treated because we felt like we were treated right or something. I don't know. But we wanted to give them better than what we had.
And it's not that what we had was bad.
Right.
I don't agree with that. Mine was terrible.
Man, I've really, I even had to call my mom, as my boys were growing up because it was just like, man, I appreciate everything you did. I am so sorry for every goofy thing that I did, because it just made me appreciate my mom a lot more raising kids because it was like, wow, was I doing this? Now I understand why I got popped in the back of the head a couple times because, sometimes it's just, But I don't think I think we raise them soft? No, I don't think so. I think it's just different state of the world. I guess
different ways of parenting.
Yeah,
You look at you look at how your parents raised you. This is how I looked at with my kids. And now that Dominique is 19, almost 20, and Adonis is finna be 16. Yes, you shaking your head, but yes, these years has passed by.
Man.
And in these years of me watching them grow and me trying to be the mother that I did not have, because that's what I have always tried to do, is be the mother that I did not have. When I needed support and I needed her to be at a game, or I needed her to just say, baby, it's gonna be all right, or okay, you failed that test, but hey, Esther, can you make it up? No, I didn't have all that. So me trying to be something that I did not have was hard for me. And it has been hard for me, and still is hard, because I'm looking at my 19-year-old like, baby, do you know when I was 16, I was already at my mom's house in my own place with my job, fucking like literally on my own without anybody's help. But I'm looking at you like you still need my help, because yeah, I treated you a little what I had a hard life, so I had to get it. I had to get a job. I had to get out there for my time, and you don't. So now I'm looking at you as if you was me, but you're not, because you weren't raised by my mother. You weren't raised by my parents. You was raised by me. So it's a totally different ball game right now. So I'm trying to get the hang of this that I didn't know nothing about. I still know. I'm learning right now. Like, are you? Jesus, so I'm supposed to give a damn that you in your feelings right now. No, I'm sorry. Oh shoot!
If
Now
I could tell you how many times I have not cared, and I was like, "Oh, wait, I think I was supposed to care."
I think I'm supposed to care, right? I'm supposed to care right now.
Suck it up. No, that's not how
Baby,
it's supposed to work.
If you only knew, sweetheart, all the shit that I have been through with my parents that she would never ever go through with me. Right now, when I was your age, what I was going through with the issues in my house, you have no clue, baby. You have no clue. Please be grateful. Oh, matter of fact, you can't expect them to be grateful for something they have no clue about, because we cover up our past and make it look so good and paint it so pretty that we made it. It's over with. I ain't got nothing to do with that part. This is who I am now. This is who you know now. Now you don't know the bitch that was before you, because they be testing our gangster too. So you gotta know I was an asshole before you was born. I could be an asshole to you too, but I'm not. I'm trying to be a good parent. Please let me be.
There are some days when my boys don't understand that, please believe me that, things can be quite different if I choose to let them, be different. So,
you know what I'm saying?
Get it together. Get it
I
together.
think I lucked out with Brittany. Like, she's spoiled. I mean, I'm not gonna say she's not. She is. But for her, it's always been a matter of she's earned it in a way, either by her grades, her actions, the way she is. So it was almost as though she was being rewarded for good behavior without really being told she was being rewarded for good behavior.
No, we give them. Yeah, we reward them when they do right. Nigga, if I go to work and I'm making the money and you go to school and you do what you're supposed to do in school, yes, baby, I'm going to buy that PlayStation 4. You want Grand Theft Auto? I know them hoes in the strip club on there, but guess what? I'm going to buy it for you if you get all A's. I'm just saying, we reward them without them even knowing. We reward them, but no, they think it's not a reward. They think they entitled to it sometimes. You're not entitled to shit. I can let you get all A's and still not buy you a damn thing.
Because Brittany told one of her friends, must have been 9, she's like, you are so spoiled. You ask for it and you get it. Like, you don't work for nothing. And I was like, you know what? When a 9-year-old is calling out another 9-year-old, I did something right somewhere.
Nah, I work for this. Shit, she feel like she entitled to it because she knows she did what you asked her to do to get it. Now, I am fine with that. If a kid know that they did what they were supposed to do, deserve what they get, they supposed to get it. But if you just out there, just I'm supposed to, you my mama, and I won't. No, motherfucker, you just don't know. You know how many hours it take me to buy that motherfucking PlayStation 4 at my job? Nigga, that's a whole motherfucking check. Fuck you and that PlayStation 4 on the crew. But if you giving me the grades that I need and the attitude that I need at home, take the trash out, you doing your chore, you doing what I asked you to do to help me around the house, you can have whatever the fuck you asked me for in due time. I ain't gonna say right where you want it, but in due time, I will get it for you. That's how this shit go.
For me, I get whatever I get when I get it.
Period.
You make a good grade, baby. Colleges look at that. That's all I got for you right now.
You supposed to make a good grade, though.
I mean, yeah, and for me, a lot of the stuff is that I have a duty as your parent to take care of you. You have a duty as my child to give me the things that I need to make sure you good. I need grades. I have just a few rules. Your grades, my house. We can all
get them grades right or get the fuck out of my house.
Make sure the house look good and make sure the grades is nice. That's really like what I ask of my children. I think that for me on my personal parenting level, I don't like to buy them a lot of stuff because one, I don't want them to feel like it's owed to them. And two, when I was growing up to get something, it was a special thing. It wasn't because it's Saturday. It wasn't because I did good over here. It was something special. So I don't want them to feel like it's like a participation award. I'm really not for participation awards. You knew you was participating when you got to the game. So why should you need to be rewarded for being in the game? Therefore, I don't reward you for participating. This is something you're supposed to do. So I don't. If it's your birthday, cool. Let's see what we got. But if it's just like, oh, I made all A's, that's what you were supposed to do. I'm not fixing to reward you for that. But that's just.
Oh yeah, we all parent differently because I'm sorry, if my kids come home without A's in school, that means you worked your ass off. That means you studied. That means you did what I asked you that I asked you to do. So yes, I'm gonna reward you. No, not everything you asked me for, I'm gonna give you, but I'm gonna reward you with something. Whether it's mama gonna buy pizza for the weekend or mama gonna take y'all to, you know what I'm saying, main event or something, because I feel like you deserve that because you tried and you gave forth the effort. But now I'm not just gonna continue to just give you things because you did what you supposed to do. Nigga, you supposed to do that shit. That's how it's supposed to go. But no, I will reward you to keep you doing the shit. Like you gotta reward them to keep them to doing the shit. Sometimes if you say, hey, yeah, that's good. I'm glad you did that. Yeah, you got all A's. Guess what? They're gonna get tired of hearing, yeah, I did that. Okay, I get a reward later on in life. What about now? Because when you do good at your job and they give you a raise and they recognize you, you feel special. Make the motherfucking kids feel special every now and then when they do something that's special to you. Not saying every A they get, they gotta get a fucking reward. No, that's not what the hell I'm saying. But if they do something, pass their SATs, pass the damn TOS test or whatever the damn test is called that these teachers giving them, that's a reward. Because you know why? They studied all year. They did that shit all motherfucking year to make sure they can pass that one goddamn regular ass test. You know what I'm saying? Reward them goddamn kids. Don't make them feel like only time they get a reward is when it's their birthday, baby. You had them. They automatically get a reward that day, goddamn. You had them. You gotta reward them that day, no matter what. But when they do right in school, I ain't saying every time they do right, but you have to reward a kid to make them continue to want to do better. Hey, I did half the year, and even if it's Christmas time, don't give them the shit for Christmas. Give it to them in February. You know what I'm saying? Give it to them in February. Say, I appreciate you keeping your grades straight. And watch the difference you get by the end of the year. Like, I might get this what's called game. Even though you might not buy the shit for them, they hopes are up. It gives them something to look forward to. You know what I'm saying? To want to do better. Not only for you, but for themselves too.
Like you said, we parent differently. I'm not
Yeah,
rewarding
everybody parent differently.
I just don't. I'm not. I do stuff like if I see something and it's random. Oh, okay, I like that for my kid. I'm gonna grab that. It don't have to be because you did good or whatever.
No, it ain't always because you did good. It's because you love them.
But I'm not fixing to say, here's something. I'm glad you did good. Here you go. And they okay. Well, next time I'll do this. No. Your reward is the fact that you still have it.
I don't never put nothing on mine though. I just give them a reward, but I don't never say what it's for. I'm not even gonna lie to you and say that. And I ain't gonna say, oh, because you got all A's on your report card, here's your PlayStation 5, or here's your PlayStation 4. No, I don't say that. I just say, hey, Mama thought about you at the store today, and look what I got you. Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. No, they don't need to know exactly.
I don't have no issues with the random, but I'm not fixing to. I just don't do the reward thing because I want you to get it because you want to get it. I want you to get it because this is what you're supposed to do. I don't want you to get it because Mom might buy me something. It's just not.
I want you to get it for that reason too, but I want to push you a little farther so you can keep getting it too. Because guess what? If Mama keeps showing you what you can have if you work your ass off to get it when you get grown, you know what the fuck you work. Like real talk.
Thanks for checking us out here at the Xennials podcast. We appreciate you joining us. You can find us on all social media. We are the Xennials Podcast on Instagram. Xennials Podcast is the Facebook page. At Xennials Podcast is our Twitter account. You can also email us at xennialspodcast7270@gmail.com. And Carpe Diem. Make it a great one.